skate is a mere 4 minutes long. 4 minutes during which everything a skater has trained for up until this point is put to the test. Although it can be very humbling to watch Olympic athletes perform with physical abilities that we could only dream of, it is relatable to see athletes going through many of the same obstacles as we do. Alexandra Trusova is a Russian figure skater who is admirable for her aspirations in the sport. Alexandra's high ambitions and resilience to pressure are what make her an inspiring figure for all women working in difficult and challenging fields. Alexandra was only 17 when she competed in the Olympics. According to the New York Times, she attempted to land 5 quadruple jumps in her routine, making her program one of the most physically challenging in the history of women's free skating. Alexandra's routine in the 2022 Olympics was groundbreaking for women's skating because it helped showcase figure skating not only as a sport that focuses around aesthetics, but also as a sport requiring extreme athleticism. For years, figure skating has been plagued with gender roles that expect male skaters to show strength and female skaters to show grace. Trusova's performance in the Olympics was also commendable due to her ability to compete while under pressure. Trusova was competing not only against skaters from her own team, but also against skaters who are much older than her, with years of experience in front of such a big audience. Regardless of this pressure, Trusova has continued to excel in her career as a figure skater. According to Time magazine, Trusova holds the Guinness World Records as the first female to successfully land the quad lutz, the quad flip, and the quad toe loop jumps. Despite how driven her routine was, Trusova unfortunately did not win gold in the 2022 Olympics, and she was pictured crying on TV following her loss. In defiance of this emotional moment, Alexandra quickly emerged back into the sport with even more determination than before, not letting public opinion of her career dissipate her passion for the sport. I feel very inspired to see such a young woman able to remain resilient in high-stress environments. Alexandra's perseverance inspires me because it shows how she continues to push boundaries for women in any sport or space. Even in modern figure skating, many women like Trusova face criticism for having programs with this many difficult jumps. Trusova's fearlessness is really inspiring to me because it is empowering to see such a young woman taking on challenges head-on despite people doubting her. I think that these challenges persist in a lot of different spaces for women, from sports to academics to any professional work settings. As a woman who is pursuing a degree in biochemistry, I often find it very intimidating to speak up in my classes or about my career goals because of how male-dominated many fields in science are. And I face a lot of pressure in these parts of my life. Alexandra's actions motivate me because she is passionate about not allowing preconceptions of women in her sport to stop her from attempting to break records or make a name for herself. I can also relate to the feeling of how difficult it can be to fall behind or fail at something and still be able to get up and try again. Trusova's accomplishments remind me that failure does not take away from your success, and that having passion and determination is the most important thing to have. As a college student, it can be impossible to imagine being 17 years old and having to perform with millions of eyes on you. Olympic ice skating is a beautiful, difficult, and emotional sport for athletes. Trusova entered the 2022 Winter Olympics having one of the most challenging skating routines in history, and she was able to compete with millions of people watching her. The 17-year-old ice skater's high ambitions and resilience to pressure are what make her an inspiring figure for all women entering or working in difficult and challenging fields and hobbies. Thank you.